Aloha everyone, it's Nancy Nino with Aloha Organizers checking in with you on your January Rock My Closet Challenge. We're nearing the end of the month, and so just want to kind of get a pulse check, see how everyone's doing. We've had some great feedback from people saying they're loving this inch by inch, step by step approach to organizing their closet. It helps them from keeps them from getting overwhelmed. So great to hear. Love any feedback that you have. Please use the hashtag Hawaii Gets Organized and share your successes and your wins and also your questions. Just a couple observations that I've had through this process. One is there's this feeling that you get when you have a piece of clothing that it's not great, but it's not terrible. You don't love it, but you don't hate it. It's just kind of, yeah. And what I would call that is a certain hesitancy. You have a certain hesitancy about this piece of clothing. And there's, something is not quite right. You feel a little bit of doubt about it. And in my experience, when I have a piece of clothing like that and I put that piece of clothing on, it almost feels like I'm putting on doubt. And if I'm putting on something that I feel doubtful about, I'm not going to feel like I'm really rocking it. And I always want to feel like I'm rocking it, regardless of what I'm wearing, whether it's workout clothes or fancy clothes or just jeans, whatever it is. I want to feel really great. And so my cousin has something that he says, if it's not heck yeah, it's no. So if you're going through this process and you come across something that you have that doubt, it's not a heck yeah, it might mean it's time to pass it on. Another thought, defining elements. Defining elements were something we did the very first day of this challenge. We determined what are the characteristics of the things that we really like. Cut, color, type of fabric. Does it have zippers? Does it not have zippers? Is it button up? Is it crew neck? Whatever it was. And part of this process was figuring that out so that we could be intentional as we go through the different parts of our closet. And one of my defining elements is I don't like things that require ironing. Because I'm not real good at doing ironing. So one of the things that you'll see that is in my donate pile, it's this beautiful shirt. It's white, and that's one of my defining elements. It has pink in it, and pink is one of my defining elements, and cutest little polka dots. They're so cute, but unfortunately, it's super wrinkly. And I don't think that I've worn this in quite some time, and I do recall the last time that I wore it, I wore it wrinkled, and I did not feel good about that. So it just was very clear to me through this process that it's time to let this one go to someone who either doesn't care about wrinkled stuff or is a good ironer. So just an observation for you and really sharing the power of the defining elements strategy. And then finally, one thing about donations. So when we're going through this process, we're collecting a lot of things for donations. Word to the wise, donate as soon as humanly possible. Donate tomorrow if you have that collection in a bag somewhere in your house right now. And the reason why I say that is oftentimes if we have a lot of things for donation and we don't end up getting them to our chosen donation spot, we start to kind of second guess our decisions and look in the bag and see if I want to make sure that I really do want to give away all those things. It's very common. And so if we can just make the decision, deliver it to Goodwill or Salvation Army or whatever our chosen place is, then it's done and you never have to think about it again. And you can feel good about the stuff that you've passed. You can feel good about the fact that you've passed that on to someone who can use it. So hope those observations help. Look forward to hearing your success stories. Once again, hashtag Hawaii Gets Organized. And wishing you a January and a 2020 with less stress, more time, and greater joy. Aloha.